going to cover console strategist settings. And we're going to start with... who should we start with? These two are both really good starts. Let's start with Rocket because it's probably one of the lesser known settings. Everything I'm about to do with Rocket, you can do the settings on every strategist, and I highly recommend it. And then there's also, I'm going to do Rocket specific, and then I'm going to follow that up with Ultron specific settings that I use personally. So we go to settings. Okay, so one of the first ones is we start in audio, okay? And we scroll all the way down. Oh, actually, yeah. So we scroll down to the voice chat. I'm going to cover this real quick. I didn't even plan to do this. This is general for everybody, but important for other people. So the push to mute open mic, super important. That's how you can see me stream to you guys and not talk to my in-group people. I hotkey that to my right D-pad because I'm not the type of person to look and see what's destructible. And then you can also hotkey this switch voice channel button here. So what that button's going to do is if you're in a squad and then you queue in, it auto sets you into the team voice chat. If you want to go back to squad voice chat, you have this hotkeyed. You hit your hotkey, you go back to squad. While you're in squad, you can curse, you can say, hey, kill, hey, it's Penny, kill that bitch, and you won't get voice flag. You won't get a voice ban and whatnot. That's only going to happen in team. In squad, you seem to be safe. I have not gotten a voice ban for talking to my squad. I get them all the time on the hot mic account when I talk to team. So, and then where is the other... Oh, it's in combat mix. Okay. So, what I do is I go all the way down to the KO sound cue and turn on both. Announce when a teammate is KO'd and announce when an enemy is KO'd. Then what I do is I turn the volume on both of those up to 5. Then, over the course of time, give yourself 3 to 5 weeks to really start to learn it. Just have the setting on and don't be trying to learn this one, right? But just have this new awareness that that's there. That's what that means. And you've turned it up for a reason, okay? The reason is, if you hear if you are running back from a death and you hear your teammate KO'd sound once, keep running back from the death. But if you hear it once, twice, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, stay put. Stage a dive. Wait for your team. Wait for a dive opportunity, depending on if you're on a dive character. But if you're on poker brawl, or tank or strategist, then you're just gonna wait for your team. And this noise is gonna start to train your brain to unconsciously know when it's time to just regroup. So you won't have to have somebody call it out. So you won't have to break your own autopilot and realize, oh, I need to regroup, right? Next setting, we come into controller. We come into combat. We turn we turn allied health bars. We set that to on. It should auto default be to on, but if it's not, we set it to on. That's going to make sure that, because again, these are strategist specific settings. That's going to make sure that you always see health bars. All right, so now here's where you got to break into each individual character. But the setting is going to be the same for all of the strategists, okay? We come down to where is it? Okay, here it is. We come down to hero, and if you have a strategist if selected, you're going to see this healing reticle feedback option. You're going to toggle that to on. What it's going to do is every time your heal passes through an ally, the left and right side of your cursor, your crosshair, is going to flash green. Okay? If you're questioning why your aim on your healing characters is not great, turn this on. If you want to get really good at healing people around corners with Rocket, turn this on. If you need a visual indicator that one or both of your drones on Ultron is not healing somebody, turn this on. If you're playing Sue, Invisible Woman, I really recommend you turn this on so that you can get really used to the send and return aspect of her primary. The next setting on Rocket that I recommend to everybody is to turn this auto reload off. Okay? So the auto reload is the bane of my fucking existence. So one thing you can do with Rocket, this is proprietary information, I should not be giving this away for free. One thing you can do with Rocket is you can hold his right trigger while you're pumping out heals with his left trigger. And as long as the controller is giving the healing orb command, you won't be shooting. But the gun will be ready. So literally the second you stop hitting left trigger, or stop holding left trigger if you're a holder, the second you stop doing it, you start shooting the machine gun. Like, literally no lag time if you do this. If you preload. If you pre-hold the right trigger with Rocket. Now, when you get in the habit of pre-holding with Rocket, if you have this auto-reload setting on, it will still interrupt you because you will probably shoot all 10 healing orbs and then go into, DPS mode. Now that I've taught you how to DPS faster, like, you don't want a fucking reload animation to get in the way. Because when Rocket reloads, singular reload animation, he reloads both magazines. So ideally, you want him to reload both magazines. But with the auto reload setting on, if you're out of healing orbs, he will force you to reload before you shoot the gun. And so then you have to go through the reload animation, and he doesn't have a cancel. So you just turn this auto reload off. You turn this setting off, and then you understand that you can right trigger while healing so that it primes the shooting mechanism in his gun. So, now let's go to Ultron for the Ultron-specific settings that I use. Alright, so one of the things we do is we have the healing reticle feedback turned on. We have this imperative patch drone independent control. We have this toggled on, and we have our second drone hotkeyed. My second drone is down click on my left click, and the regular drone is still the right bumper. This way, what I like to do personally is my right bumper is my twitchier finger, so that's going to be my rotating drone, and my left stick is going to probably go on a tank. Or, if I have an Elsa, or, like a good Star-Lord, I'll keep the left trigger on them while they're doing their little dive circles. Their little four-leaf clover routes. So, but that's match dependent, but, like, otherwise, in my mind, like, the left trigger is for my tank, and the right bumper is the one I'm spreading around to everybody else. The other thing that I have set is I inverted. I don't know why they have inverted Y on Ultron. It's really fucking stupid. I don't like it, so I changed mine. my ascend is left bumper and my descend is left trigger. I'm pretty sure that the default settings on this are switched. That ascend is left trigger and descend is left bumper. And so like the bottom button is the up and the top button is the down. I don't like that personally. I want my top button to be up and my down button to be down, but that's just me. Pretty sure that's all of my Ultron specific settings. Yeah. And then just again, one final setting, one final comment on reminder on your push to mute open mic button and your switch voice channels so that you can talk to squad and not team. So there you have it. Let me throw in another stream manager. If you're watching this on YouTube, like, subscribe, stay blessed, join the Discord.